So Sal, you come up here and Bob's going to interview you. He's going to find out what you want to have happen, and he's going to change your life forever. And that's your job, Bob, so do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, gently close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Think about all the people you love and that love you. Raise your vibration as high as possible, aligning yourself with your higher self. Feeling that run through your body. And it feels good. You're in complete alignment. And as you're feeling that high vibration, gently open your eyes when you're ready. And what would you like to work on today?
Can we work on pain?
Pain.
Or emotional?
Okay.
Well, I have this pain that's right here on my back, on the side, and I know it has something to do with some emotion because it keeps getting displaced. It goes from my knee to my back, it just moves around, so I know it has something to do with some emotion, but I can't quite put a finger on it.
Okay. And how long has it been in your back location?
6 months now.
Okay. And prior to that, it was?
In my knee.
Okay. And how long was it then?
A couple of years.
A couple of years.
Or more, yeah.
And then prior to that?
I don't remember where it was. I didn't have. Well, prior to that, it was the pain.
Prior to that. And so this is back 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
I would say when my son was born, I started having this pain. Right around that time. My son is 10 now, and it started slowly and it became worse and worse. About 6 months ago, I started working on this, and it just moved from here to my back.
It's fantastic. Let's start with it here. So we tap on the meridian points of the body to balance the body's energy system. So this is the first one, karate chop. Do the top of the head. Very, very good. You must have done this before. Eyebrows. And then the side of the eye. You might be feeling your body begin to balance already. Underneath the eye. And so the only purpose why we do this is to be able to have a conversation about anything without getting defensive. For example, if I was to tell you that that wall was purple and we weren't tapping, you might say like, hey, you're trying to pull a fast one on me. This wall's yellow. But now that we're tapping, you're just going to say, no, it's not, it's yellow. And that's why we tap. So when I say things, you can correct me and not get defensive because I don't know. I'm trying to learn what it's like to be you. So this will help us speed up the process of me understanding what it's like to have a pain in my knee and then a pain in my back in a very specific area. Repeating after me in I statements, and then you take the lead when you feel like it, correcting me whenever. Nothing would exist.
Nothing would exist.
Unless it had value.
Unless it had value.
And right now, this pain in my back.
Right now, this pain in my back.
Is no exception.
Is no exception.
It absolutely has value.
It absolutely has value.
Prior to that.
When
it was in my knee.
It
also had value.
It also had value.
Focusing on where it's at right now. As I focus on where it's on right now.
As I focus where it's on right now.
As I'm focusing on this pain. I'm noticing a particular emotional element to it.
I'm noticing a particular emotional element.
Because all physical pain has an emotional element to it.
Has an emotional element.
And the pain in my back is no exception.
And the pain in my back is no exception.
So this emotional element
So this emotional element,
this emotional aspect is, I want to define it as the emotion of
fear and anxiety.
Fear and anxiety. I have fear and anxiety in my back.
Fear and anxiety in my back.
And when I say that,
it
feels right.
feels right.
I already know I'm exactly where I need to be right now in life.
I already know where I'm exactly.
I know exactly
where I need to be in my life.
right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
Looking at this issue. Ready to come forward. Finally. This fear and anxiety has a familiar aspect to it. Like listening to a song from long ago. As I pay attention to this emotional element coming from my back, it reminds me of where I had this before when I was a child. And where am I?
I see my dad.
And what is my dad doing?
He's mad.
And he's mad again?
Yes.
He's mad again. My dad is mad again. Why would he be mad?
He's just like that.
Why did he need to be mad? Who knows?
Why did he need to be mad? Who knows?
Why did I sign up for that? I didn't do anything wrong. It is unjust. And even he knew it. Anytime I get a little frustrated with my son, I'm reminded of how not to be. For indeed, I am not my father. I wish I had a father like me. I'm doing such a good job. Yet, what about my father? Why did I pick him? Only to prepare me to be the best father now. Such a tough life, but it worked. I should thank him, and I do. I know for certain that I will never be that way to my son. And I want to thank my back, the pain in my back, that was the pain in my knee, for bringing it to my attention. That I need to free him. And thank him for conditioning me to be what I think is the perfect father. School of Hard Knocks. I lived it. In perfection. And you know what I didn't do? Because Dorothy forgot to remind me. Delfino remembers. I forgot to get suds.
We got to get studs.
Again.
Okay.
I've been teaching this class
I've been teaching this class
for like 5 years now,
for like 5 years.
and I
now,
still forget to do suds.
and I still forget to do studs.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm exactly where I need to be.
I'm exactly where I need to be.
And I'm going to help my son
And I'm going to help my son
to be a perfect father like me.
to be a perfect father like me.
Then I turn him to the perfect grandpa.
And I turn him into a perfect grandpa.
All is well in the world.
What's wrong with the world?
Deep breath. It's very, very good.
It's very
And I can say that because I sit in this chair. You have to sit in this chair when you say it's very, very good. Is that right? 15 minutes. So how you doing?
Oh, very good, actually.
If we were to take suds prior to the session, where would your pain in your back be?
7 or 8.
Okay. And now maybe
Right now, I feel. I don't feel it right now. I feel some residue, as if something was there and it's not there anymore. Almost like a hollowness, like a tube that's hollow.
like to, oh, okay.
That goes from here to here all the way to my back.
That's fantastic. Do you think you can do this with clients?
Absolutely.
That is the answer. You get an A for the class. Do you feel being up here, have you learned a little bit about what this is about?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. I do this with clients, and it takes hours to get them to find connections.
Mm.
I have no idea how you did this, really. It was just like, bam, flash, 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 flash. And I had to really, I was like, at one point, I'm like, why did I get up here? Because I'm like, I want to just sob and cry, and it's just all the emotions come up, and like,
Exactly.
ooh, I'm like, why did I do this? But I'm glad I did it. Thank you so much.
I'm curious about those of you who were watching independently, who noticed when the shift happened? What did you notice? Tell me what you noticed when you saw the shift happen.
I saw the trance, and then all the different emotions started to
You
really
saw it?
just get
That's right. Mm-hmm.
and I could see the flashes that he was getting
Mm-hmm.
through.
When he said, "I should thank my father for so that I don't have to be like him. I should thank him for making me the father that I am." I saw a shift in his face right there.
Mhm. I noticed that myself.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, that was freedom right there.
It was freedom.
The cage got open.
Yes.
I just felt free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in a sense, although he's not using the word forgiveness,
I saw that.
when you shift your perception, there's nothing to forgive. So you're not talking about forgiveness when you're thanking somebody. I should thank my father for showing me how not to be. I know those weren't necessarily the words, but showing me how not to be. Wow. All of a sudden, you're looking at that very differently, and resistance has melted away.
I have done this in psychotherapy. This goes at a different level and so instantaneously that is like you just can't there's no words to explain. I want to call him and tell him that I love him. That's what I want to do. I haven't
You
called
weren't
him.
able to do that before?
No, I'm very conscious and aware of my emotions all the time because I've done a lot of work. I never thought that this is going to go this way.
And neither did he.
Yeah. I had a lot of ideas where it's going to be going because for people watching and thinking that, well, I knew that, I'm kind of leaning to go this way. I had absolutely no idea where this is going to go. And that's why this is a miracle. I call this a miracle in my life because